there. He's up the wing again. Pass in here. We have Conor Reardon and Jay Redmond. Jay is after taking on his man. Jay is coming towards the centre. I'd say at some stage Colin Carley will have to make a choice. Will he know? Back to number 13 again, William Gall. William hits in a high ball, but Callum Maguire just didn't hit it well enough. But kind of low. Callum Maguire to clear it, but it's come back out again. And it's they're putting out for I think a 45 or 50 or
40, whatever they call it.
Whatever they call these days. Probably is on the 65-yard line. The goal is on the 14, so whatever 50 yards.
To be quite honest, I actually thought it was a wide because I thought the Harriers had played off the Glynn and Barntown hurl, but sometimes when an umpire makes his mind up, he just sticks to it, And we've no VAR at this match here, so unfortunately,
no,
the referee has also agreed with the umpire, so it's probably a 60 or 55 or 60, whatever they're doing there, because the pitch is reduced, Paul. But good game overall once again.
Good game, and we still have
a bit of battling going on between both
exactly,
groups of players, and fair play to them. Now they're
both, I think, even though Glynn Barntown have got a goal down here, I think both backlines seem to be on top min. It's probably the only one or two balls that Glynn Barntown actually won down here.
Well, I tell you now, the Glynn Barntown full backline have cleared 3 or 4 balls where we could have had in the back of the net, and maybe we could have been ahead, but.
Yeah, this is a free gone in.
There's another ball back in the square again.
Number 11, Colin Carley. Colin has a really good clearance that time by Colin. Well done. It's probably going to drop just in front of this is Alfie wheeling again. Alfie has a free in, and Alfie's probably been onto a bit of breaking ball here as well, hasn't he? This side, Alfie looks a bit of a danger man now for Glynn Barntown this end.
He is. He's a very nippy little corner or a wing forward. I tell you that he's cute and small and nippy as well. And that's
just like his father Anthony, cute, small, and nippy.
Yeah, that's it.
I think there's only one person who thinks that. That's probably his wife. So Cahill steps up again here now. This will extend Glynn Barntown's lead back to 4 again if it goes over. So Glynn Barntown back to a 4-point lead again. And I think the goalie, he's going to switch it over to the far side. Cormac is to where it's gone through to Rory Goffer. Rory won that really well in the bounce. Callum Kenny looks, he's in behind the full forward, I think, or the full back. And Callum shoots, and it's a goal. Yeah, the full back was just trying out position, I think, from the pocket, wasn't he, Larry?
He was. And to be quite honest, there was a great catch by Rory Goff as well on the far side, but our guy Markin was 10 steps behind him. He was hoping the ball come over his head.
No. And listen, that's probably puts Glynn into a 7-point lead, which, listen, it's just good at this stage. It means nothing really this early, because especially when you have what the Harriers have up front. But at the moment, the Glynn Barntown defence is kind of coping with most of what the Harriers are putting. But here's a high ball. Caleb is all over the ball again with Davon Crawford. Davon is a really tough nut. He's still battling. I say Caleb still has it again. Caleb is going to have a shot. That would be a great score, and it probably will tail over, I'd say.
That's
great score from Caleb Harnett there. Yeah.
A great score, but Paul, we actually have to work very hard for the score. On 2 or 3 occasions, Glynn and Barntown have made the scores look easy, and we're relying on Caleb to win a lot of ball to get the ball in as well. But
and this is a high ball back to Alfie again, but Alfie nearly gets there. It's back into Keane Donovan. Keane, only small fella, just like, but that's well robbed actually by Keane Redmond. And Keane hits probably one to the corner where maybe Caleb was looking for one beside him, but that's another great ball in. And the Harriers, this is Jay. I think Jay Redmond again, but Jay gets it out on the wide. They're probably looking for number 9. Now it's gone over by Davon Crawford. Davon, nice little pass out to Stephen Barrow. He hits that in if he get away. Well done, good hurls across the middle here again, but the centre back again, which is Keane Redmond. Keane is hitting a lot of ball as well. Keane is tough man there. But back to Davon Crawford again, as he can hit. It's just as much ball here, but listen, all players giving it their all really here in this match so far. So it's a good block there again by Tom Cooney. Tom has been helped out now by Callum Maguire, but it's number 12 Charlie Ryan who got that first point. Charlie hits it back out here to Keane Lacey. Keane shoots, but just tails wide to the right hand side. But the Harriers have a little bit of domination last few minutes now since that goal. They haven't let it get to him, Larry.
Exactly. I think they have to waken up a small bit now. They started well and then it died over. Now they're after coming back into it. But
Dara Ryan again looks up the field, probably goes down the centre this time, where it's probably going to go over the boys here's head into Jarlath Kelly. Jarlath is just there in front. Probably not overly big. He'll need some help there for sure. Plenty of tussling going on here. But Caleb Harnett comes out, wins it again. Caleb's going through the middle. Caleb gets it. It's going to land through the middle here where Tom Cooney is going to probably come out with it. Yeah, Tom Cooney is there coming out well. And I suppose the problem is having Caleb out there is he's not in here, Larry. He's not an issue.
Well, that is the problem, And there's a sun in the eyes again. Caught the full back out, but well done by the cornerback that time.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's a bit of a tussle there again in the middle. And it looks like it's a bit of a chopper, I think, by number 10, Alfie Whelan. But listen, it's kind of hard. Do you leave Caleb out here hitting balls in, or do you leave him in there, hope you get him into him?
Yeah, well, I think if you do get the ball in around the edge of the square, you have a good chance, but he's only hitting him 30-40 yards in front of himself. So is still 30-40 yards away from the goal where he normally would be winning possession. So
yeah. No, now it's a free now for the goalie. Cormac O'Leary. Cormac's down the middle where you have lots of hands going up for it, but Callum Maguire seems to be tussling here again. And nobody seems to be able to get it up at the moment. I'd say the referee now is any match happener is going to be a free. Plenty tussling. As the lads keep on the ball. There's nothing like that back in your day, Larry. Once will be gone in, and there'll be legs and hurls,
there'll be hurls broken. There'll be everything broke. Line balls, there'll be everything broken.
Yeah.
Even a referee might get another rap off of someone on the way in. So
he definitely got a rap on the way home, and if things didn't go their way, rap on the way in.
Especially if you're playing Bovers Alley or Ratton or some of them now. But they were the old days, and they were the good days, to be honest. Now, had everyone sitting on the edge of the seat, Paul. But I must say, this game is very entertaining.
It's a very entertaining game, yeah, for sure. We have the free taker now, which is number 14. And I don't think that isn't Jay Redmond, isn't it? That is. I know it's number down as Jay Redmond, but I don't think that's it. That's Jay Redmond 14. Is it? Maybe I'm wrong now. It is Jay. It is actually. It is Jay. No, I'm dead wrong. That was a sharp poke out to Colin Carley. Colin is a great strike. Yeah, back into where this is going to be in the square again. But no, it's back down to number 6, which is Keane Redmond. Cathal Sinnott is fighting for here. Cathal and plenty of Faythe Harriers men, Glenbarna men. Big Callum gets it again. If Callum gets it, he'll pass across. He was looking to get it across here to Kevin Whelan. Callum has it again. Callum is he's doing his best here, lads. He's been well battled, and listen, he got it up twice. Wasn't really his fault. It was just good tackling. Larry.
He was sort of smothered out a bit, but there should be someone just outside him where he can hand pass the ball back out to him. But he's battled well, though. And fair play to him. He got a great goal earlier on. So
he did. Sure, listen, and there's every chance he get another one because he battles hard.
He do, but right.
Right, so the score at the moment then is 2-5 to 5 points. Not too much left in this first half. Goalkeeper Cormac O'Leary. It's in a high one again. We have Colin Carley goes up on it. Great. Oh, I just had it in the hand. Let drop it out again. Great battling going on here. Both Faythe Harriers and Barntown men. Caleb I thought had it as well.
I was going to say he was a bit like me there, Paul, catching him out of the heavens, but when he dropped it, he said it wasn't me.
Yeah. No, I would have said the opposite, Larry. I said definitely when he dropped it. And it's another point, is it?
Yes.
Yes, it is a good score again. So, listen, the Faythe Harriers have got 2 points, I think, in a row, 3 since the Barntown goal. So there's definitely, they're well in this game still. They'll have the slight breeze in the second half. And 2-5 now to 6 points. Darragh Ryan surveys his options again. Seems to puck it down again back here. If it goes over them all again, no. I think Alfie Whelan was onto it again. Yes, Alfie needs to get across there. Oh, sorry, that's Kevin Whelan, not Alfie, that's Kevin Whelan. Well, blocked by Stephen. Back to Kevin Whelan again. Kevin is only young. I'd say Kevin's still only 11. 12. He's going to be a very good young fella again next couple of years. That was a great play by number 6 there.
Oh.
Keane Redmond. So good hassling, and I think Alfie might have put it out his heart to know which way this is going to go.
Has to be a Harriers ball, but
yeah, I would have probably given it to the Harriers ball as well, but I think there's no real umpire here, so it's, well, maybe there's a linesman, but
there is a linesman, there's a Harriers linesman, but I thought the Glynn Barntown man kicked it out.
So I wouldn't have argued with that one now at all.
But the referee actually pointed that way as well, so maybe it is a line ball.
But Keane Redmond is hitting a lot of ball down here as well.
He started winning an awful lot of ball now. It took him a while to get going, but now he's back in top. But I think he want to clear his lines a little bit more, Paul. Yeah. He's inclined to take too much out of the ball going with the ball.
So Rory Goff hits it into Calum. Calum has just got away there from Cathal Sinnott. He's keeping going. He can't catch this one again, so it'll be off the hurl. But
Cathal passed it out.
Yeah, Cathal blocked it well there. Yeah. Well done. That was really well done by Cathal Sinnott now. As I said, 2 really star men there on each other at the end. But listen, a really entertaining half of hurling. As I said, Harriers probably started well. Glenbarna took over then for 10, 15 minutes. But the last 3 or 4 minutes, the Harriers have kind of taken over again. 5 points in it, Larry, and anybody's game, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the way the game is swaying back and forward, Paul. You're dead right. I think the 2 goals that Glynn and Barntown got could be the killer for the Harriers as the game finishes up. But you never know. The Harriers need a goal or 2 to win this, I think. And it is very close and a good old battle once again. But at the moment, I think Barntown are shading it right around the whole field. The Harriers have a couple of lads that are playing well, but I think Glynn and Barntown have a few more lads that are doing better than some of our lads.
Yeah, but it's like anything, half an hour of hurling. Sure, it's only going to get into the championship minutes now in the second half, Larry. And I'll go through the scores here. Charlie Ryan got the first point. Right, Keane Lacey has a point for the Harriers. Calum Harnett has 2. Jerry Edmond with a point and William Gaw with a point. And for Glynn Barntown, Colson has 5 points. Right, and Jarlath with a goal, Callum with a goal. So I suppose a slightly bigger spread of scores from the Faythe Harriers team. But it's probably just the overall trade up front of Glynn is a little bit stronger at the moment.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I suppose they're playing, as they say, they're playing downhill, a little bit of wind and the sun in their back, as they say. But yes, Glynn and Barntown, as they say, are hurling quite well. And But on 2 or 3 occasions, the Harriers did get a chance of a goal or two as well, Paul. So it could have been a lot closer coming to the half time.
The goalie Darren Ryan made a good save up here actually from one of the attacks. And listen, these things change on small things like that. And both teams, probably not great for them. Barntown had lost the under 15 Division 1 final only a few days ago against Oulard, and I think the Harriers lost the Division 1 Shield last night against Bannistraw Gale. So listen, it'd be a real fill up for whatever club wins it, and you kind of feel sorry for the team that loses it, because listen, you don't want to lose two finals in 3 or 4 days. But
you're right.
Only one team can win it. That's the only problem.
And that's true. But it's great to see clubs like the Harriers and Barntown getting the county finals. You know, sometimes you have to lose a few to win a few. You know, but. Yeah. These young lads are very determined. You know, they've been knocking on the door for the last number of years as well, in terms of trying to raise their efforts and to really set the aim at the start of the year.
But the bar has been set very high, I think, anyway, isn't it, in most of the clubs, Larry? Like there's an awful amount of work been done, and you'd be hoping at some stage, because like there's huge numbers, huge amount of work. Like really, listen, I'll put you on the spot here. Is there anything that should kind of change, do you think, to see why maybe? Listen, we did win a Leinster title 2 years ago, Graham, but we should be competing for Leinster titles every year, realistically, shouldn't we? Like, there should be no reason why we're not. Like, we probably have more numbers than most of the other clubs. Like, we probably have a large number of kids in cool camps. We seem to have huge participation at all ages and grades, and it's just. I know we're starved for success, but I know there's no magic bullet. But is there anything that you'd like to see maybe change up a little bit, or you've been looking at a lot of games for a lot of years?
Yeah, it's hard to really know now, but you know, when I was out on the road doing a bit of sales rep, and you know, I would have been in the likes of Cork and Limerick and Tipperary and stuff like that, and you know, when you sort of go in to watch a club training down there at underage levels, like, I mean, we're only starting to do it the last number of years. They have 5 or 6 coaches involved, and there would have been a lot of ex-hurlers, senior hurlers and club hurlers coming down and coaching these young lads, you know. And
yeah, I suppose that probably is the real thing. Is like, you guys are under 13, under 12, under 13. Like the seniors, even in the club, are their idols. And I suppose the sooner they realise that, the clubs themselves realise that, lads, this is, if we want to be strong in 6 or 7 years, because these years catch up on you fairly quick. Yeah. The seniors of today have to help out. They have to even to show their face on the field. Like, it's an awful lift, isn't it? The young
they've been doing it now at the under 6s, 8s and 10s now. Even though Derek McGrath's involved with us now, and all the senior players are asked to go out and do a training session with the youngsters on Sunday morning. And they've all been out there, they've all got involved, and they're only helping out, the coaching, they're helping out and pushing on the young lads. But we need that more. We need more of that.
I think I remember in the Piercy actually the ones when they won that. Remember that Club of Ireland there 3 years ago. They had said that every member of the senior squad has to get involved. There's no ifs or buts, but you have to be involved with one of the underage teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have your pick. You do it one night a week, one night every 2 weeks. But it's not like what they're saying isn't. It's great to be on the senior club team in the Piercy, but you have to help out as well. And listen, mentors, it's trying to get good mentors is always an issue. It really is.
It is, Paul. And you know something, we have a lot of senior hurlers that are playing senior football as well. We have 4 senior football teams, or adult teams in town, and one hurling club is trying to drag from 4 football clubs, and it's a little bit difficult at times when I see when lads are trying to organise matches for senior teams and stuff like that. It's a little bit difficult when they're dragging from 4 clubs or whatever. But you know, the last couple of years, I think the mindset of all the players now, they've really turned themselves into really good hurling club men, and I love seeing that now, because I was a totally dedicated club hurling man myself at the Harriers. And
you'd probably, even though, listen, it's not short, you'd probably like to see a second maybe team in the town as well.
Absolutely.
But I mean, you just need a second one, and then you need to see just your Ross back strong again. And if you got them 2 things right over the next couple of years, I think you'll be going a long way maybe to get lots of extra players.
Because some guys just give up hurling at 18 or 19 years of age, and if there was another intermediate or a good junior A hurling club in the town as well, they could go and play that. You can understand lads that just opt out of hurling at a certain age, and if you've 20 or 30 young lads coming through and you can only pick 25, there's 6 or 7 that are going to lose out, and someone just don't want to go back and play junior hurling, they either want to play senior or they just give up.
And as much, listen, with no disrespect to Clonard, of course, they're doing as much as they can do.
Exactly.
And they probably need more help, but definitely a second team in the town in higher up grades is probably what's needed.
Big time. And thankfully at the present moment, Paul, we're going well in there at the moment. There's a great structure being running within the club, and that's great from our point of view. But you know, you're right, the likes of the smaller clubs throughout the county need a big helping hand, and I always says that, you know, there should be a lot more coaches brought into clubs from whether it's ex-inter-county hurlers, just to go in and do sessions with clubs and let them try and build on that. And you know, it's important to try and keep hurling alive, Paul, because if you look at the history of Wexford hurling, I'm talking for the last 20, 30 year, we haven't really bagged too many trophies in it. You know, where we put a mighty effort for the last 20 or 30 year.
Anyway, we're back on again with this one, and there'll be one trophy at the end of this match, and we'll go to Glynn Barntown, we'll go to the Faythe Harriers, and that's a great start, I think, for Glynn Barntown. Davin Crawford, and Davin wins a lot of them balls coming up through the middle. He's a tough little nut, and I think maybe it was a little slap across the elbow, and I'd say it might be his first or second one, and the referee's kind of saying no more now, or you will be getting a yellow card in at least, or whatever you get.
Yeah, well, it was a bit stupid, to be quite honest. It was a bad thing to slap, but he was getting away with him, so he did. Yeah. He did give him a slap on the shoulder, but I'm surprised he didn't get a yellow card. But I do know the referee did write down his number, but.
And Cathal Sinan stepping up this one again, and the wind is probably picking up a small bit. So listen, we'll see how he gets on into the wind here from Cathal. And Cathal makes no mistake again. He's just very, very unerring today. And as you said, free takers going an awful long way to win these county finals. And that put Glynn Barntown back into a 6-point lead.
Exactly, and I think that's his 6 point as well, scored as well. Yeah, so he's definitely having a big influence.
So goalie Cormac O'Leary straight down, near enough down the middle again. So he'll be landing just past halfway. The Harriers man number 15, Caelan, goes up for it, but just misses it, and so does Colin Carley, just miss it. But Oisin McDonough, I think, is after coming out with Oisin, passes into Rory Goff. Rory Goff on the ground, but just slightly misplaced pass out to Caelan Harnett. Caelan's going to go for a shot and just wide to the right. And listen, Caelan probably knows himself he could have done a bit better with that one. He had a bit more time than he thought, maybe, Larry.
He did. He's just tried to chip it over the bar instead of pelt it over the bar. But we need these scores, Paul, and if Barntown get 6 or 7 or 8 points ahead of us, you know, I think our heads could drop down.
That was a very good poke down from there and back to Colin Carley. I think they had moved a long way out the field. So that was very well played. Colin's in front of Rory Goff. Rory is very fit. I'd say if Rory can get a run on this now, you'd never know. But no, back into the middle here to Stephen, little pass into Keane Donovan. Oh, but Keane just lets it go past him. Back here to Jay Redmond and Keane Donovan. Plenty of fighting going on here. But it was number 13, William Gall, comes out with it. William, a good hand pass over to number 5, Donica Higgins. Donica was blocked down nearly Davin Crawford on again, but Oisin McDonough. Oisin comes out with the field. Oisin, son of John, mad J fella. But just past the Callum Kennedy again. Callum shoots, and a great save by the goalie. Oh, that could have been curtains the way he left him in behind again, Callum, but a great save.
Absolutely, a great save, but the full-back Connor was caught out again there. The ball just looped in over his head. And yes, it should have been a third goal for Glynn Barntown. So. Yeah,
and it's just, as much as the Harriers don't seem to be getting the same type of chances down here. They had the one, but definitely it seems to be a bit more space, or something's up here.
Well, it was in the first half. Glynn Barntown completely blocked out the goal for any Harrier lad to run through. Now it seems to be opened up for Glynn Barntown. So, as I said earlier on, the game will open up, but as long as the score don't open too far apart.
Cathal Sinan again with another 65, and this time it does go wide. That's probably Cathal's first wide of the match. You give him that one, wasn't easy. The goalkeeper again, Cormac O'Leary, brings up the field. This is a very, very, very high one. This is going to be doing well for someone to make this direct. Oh, Colin Carley with a great catch again. Yeah, Colin on challenge, but his great hands. That time now we have a high ball again, but this is in front, and Keane Donovan's onto it. Keane, a sharp little player. Keane gets back to his right. Can he get away from his man? No, oh, that was hard to know if that was off the ground or not. But listen, the referee's not going to change his mount.
No. But I must say, young Carley is having a super game. He's a great man in the air to catch a ball. It's not like his father, you know, he used to bring the ball down with his hand. But, you know, Willie wasn't too bad at bringing the ball down as well. But that was 2 hands he used to use
for
the
sure.
football. But,
for sure. Shane used to have a bit of grass under his fingers most times going for this ball.
It's in the blood, you know, the old Carley, the bit of a townie is coming out in him as well.
Yeah, sure. There are winners either way here today. Sure,
exactly, yeah.
Anyhow, just the goalie again, Cormac O'Leary. He drops it in. And it just kind of peters out wide, which is, shouldn't be happening with them ones, Larry, should it?
No, it shouldn't. And I think Kieran Harner and a free taker should have come out and took that, because there's a bit of a wind out there and it's only 70, 80 yards. If a keeper can put it over, certainly a free taker can put it over from there.
Yeah, now this could be a bit of, listen, it's the goalie's hit it in here, but it might go over the side and will it? No. Out to number 8 here, which is a Cormac Redmond. Cormac is batting away here. Cormac has it up in his hand. He's fighting hard, along with the full back for Glynn Barntown. There's plenty of fighting hard going on here. Cormac has it again. He's swinging right, swinging left, he's keeping going. Rory Goff comes out to meet him. That is a great score if it goes in. No, but it might went into the centre forward instead, which is Adam Goodison. But a clear back out again by Colin Carley. And listen, Colin is great catch again by Davin. Davin is a real ball of energy around the middle there, isn't he? He hits it away to Cathal Sinan. I'd say he keeps on going. He can't catch it again. Oh, it should have been a free out first of all, of course, and because he caught it the third time. Definitely caught the third time. Oh, it's a 10-minute sin bin as well, which is kind of very unfortunate. But I suppose even if it was caught the third time, you can't do that either, Larry.
No, you can't. No. The referee, I thought he did blow it up for 3 catches, but you can't do that now. Now he's in the sin bin. Now we're in trouble.
Yeah, And I don't know. I think it's 5 minutes actually for sin bin, so I made
5 minutes
a clock on this. But listen, because he was dominating as well out there, you know what I mean?
He was getting on top.
Yeah, and I could imagine they'll probably have to maybe put Caelan back, which is they're probably going to do now, back centre back for the next 5 minutes, which means their attacking threat will be less. That's another point there for Carlson and Glynn Barntown. I think that moves Glynn Barntown into a 7-point lead, and we'll see now what. We have a number 11 is injured down here as well for Faythe Harriers, so
he's okay. Referee's just going down to check on him, but I think he's okay. But certainly Glynn Barntown now we're pulling away on the game now altogether, Paul.
Yeah. 7 to 6 points in favour of Glynn Barntown, and this is out to Colin again. And listen, if you keep putting balls in front of Colin, he keep hitting them all day. He really is a very strong hurler there. Great ball in by him and into Kevin Whelan. Kevin, great block though. A great block and maybe pushed it back, but no. Listen, it was just a very good block. Caelan has hit it away. Well done, Caelan. He gets crossed down to number 13, William Gall. William is going down the field. It was a good pass in, but he just hit a bit harder. He didn't. No. Into number 10 here, James Kirby. With a great block by Colin Carley again. Colin having a tour de force down there now in the last 10-15 minutes. Colin, clearing plenty of balls out there. But number 5 is the wing back. Donica Higgins just had a pass, but he has it again. He passed in here to Caelan Harnett. Caelan is going to probably have to do something really spectacular at the moment, but the problem is he's too far out the field to try to do it, Larry.
Yeah. We just can't get the ball in around the full forward line now, and of course the spare man is picking up everything from.
Yeah, and I think Colin's actually gone back as a spare man, which is probably a good move, you know what I mean, at the moment.
It is, and as I say, Glynn Barntown are getting well on top here now, and I think the Harriers are going to find it difficult to try and battle their way back anyway, but we need a goal or two, Paul, to try and get back into it.
And not threatening that much.
No.
Not yet.
No. And I must say, Glynn Barntown looks to be more sharper. They're crisper, and some of the passes that they might hit a straight but seem to go into hand as well. But sometimes you get a bit of luck when you're playing hurling as well. But
you do for sure. And
certainly young Carley.
There's not many teams that probably won stuff without a bit of luck.
No, but certainly young Carley is the difference. I think winning so much possession.
Right, 7 minutes gone, I think, in this second half, and Glynn Barntown, I think, are into a 7-point lead. 276 points, but this is a good move. But number 14, J. Redmond, just ran over it again. But he might get back inside his man again, Conor Reardon. But he's left it in on a good save, is it? Through the goalie's legs. And maybe that was a bit of luck that they needed. So it's back to 4 points. Probably a soft enough goal, but sure, listen, that's the way it goes as well. He got a shot away, and if he gets a shot away, you have a chance.
And I think it just came through the crowd a small bit as well, and the keeper was just caught offside a bit.
Yeah. So back to 4 points now. Definitely a big game for everybody. Darragh Ryan looking up the field again. This time he goes to his right, to where Carlson is up there along with Caelan Harnett, but Caelan Harnett wins that one again. And say Caelan will. Darragh Ryan, Darragh just clears it again. Back to here again, but there seems to be a lot of the Harriers men here, but Stephen has it again. Stephen, a great ball into where Rory Goff is going to be in Caelan Harnett. Yeah, Rory Goff has it nearly. Carlson has it. This is where Glynn Barntown need their danger man. And he is very dangerous. It's a good ball in, but no, blocked by the cornerback. Number 2, Sean Hines, he's coming out. It was nearly a throw. It was close to throw as you'd see anyway. But you're getting back to Colin Carley on his own down here, I suppose, is the thing. The Harriers seem to be finding him, but that was the one mistake maybe Colin has made. Maybe a bit too much time on the ball that time, Larry.
He should have caught it instead of trying to take it down with the hurl, but maybe the sun was in his eyes, to be fair now. But
Yeah. So a 4-point lead, and so I said the Harriers get another one here now. You never know what's going to happen. What way is it going to be the free?
It's
a free in.
A little bit of a blind pull, to be quite honest. No need for the young lad to pull like that. He seemed to pull back against the ball, but if we put this over the bar, there's only 3 points in it, Paul. To be honest, though, I think Glynn Barntown are.
They've probably gone off the boil a little bit ever since Jay went off with the yellow cards. Yeah, they probably thought maybe it was going to be a bit easier than they thought. So number 14 hits it, and wide ball. That was a let off for him now.
Yeah, and we've missed 4 or 5 scoreable chances, Paul, through the whole game so far. And the difference is Glynn Barntown have taken their chances very well. So
no, I'd say Darragh Ryan is looking. He's probably trying to find up here to where Carlson and Caelan Harnett are again. Who's going to come out on top this time? None of them are. This time it's Kevin Whelan, I think, is it? Yeah, Kevin Whelan gets it across the field again. But the Harriers are getting them good blocks in the whole time now. At the moment they are.
Yeah, they're starting to battle a bit better now.
Yeah. And Carlson had a good block in there as well, so a block aside. So, Glynn Barntown still with that 4-point lead. Probably getting close enough now maybe to the water break, maybe a few minutes to go water break here in the second half.
Yeah, the game has gone a little bit loose. There's a lot of loose marking. It's a bit like Sheila Hurling at the present moment, and teams are making
they're more taking positions than men. Oisin McDonough here is chasing back on James Kirby. James has it up into number 13, William Gall. William Gall has gone by his man, has he? Into number 11, Adam Goodison. Adam is still going through strong, but into Colin McGuire. But it comes out here to Colin Carley again. Colin is going to have to get away, and he gets a good block away here. In front of him we have Stephen Barrow and number 9, which is Keane Lacey. Keane is he fouled? No, he said he wasn't fouled, even though. And then I think he might throw the ball away because he didn't get the foul. So maybe the referee said I won't blow up for that one because he didn't blow up for the other one. And now I think if Colin getting the inside of him here, no, it's Caleb and Cahill. It's going to be very hard. And Caleb has it up. Good battle by Caleb, number 15, and that's another wide by Caleb. He's after doing too many damn wides, I think, Larry.
Yeah, he's after having 4 or 5 chances like that now, and you can't blame a chap for having a shot like that. And it's great when they go over. When they don't, you sort of drops the head by a few other players around him.
So Darragh Ryan with another puck out here again, up this side, but somebody may go up number 8. There's nobody up on him. He's on his own. He actually left it behind him. He's completely left it behind him into Alfie Whelan. Alfie drives it into where we have Jarlath Kelly. Onto Rory Goff again. Rory's onto. Can he get a ball into? He needs to get it in somewhere. Yeah, and over carrying. Yeah. Probably, listen, it could have went either way as well. But
I think the number 2 put his hand in a bit like Simon Donoghue there last week for Wexford, put his hand in around the young lad and he couldn't get away from. But I wouldn't have given a free, to be quite honest. Yeah,
we have that's a free out now, but into Davon Crawford. Davon playing to Stephen. Can he get there? Yeah, Stephen gets there, but Stephen could have had someone tell him he has a bit more time. Mind, it's probably not communicating there. Someone should have called him, is right. But we have a scrap here again. Probably who's going to come out with it? Plenty of Glynn Barntown Harriers fellas over the ball. This type of one, usually if you come out with the ball, you might get it free if some fella holds on to you. So it's hard to know who is going to come out with this one. Keane Donovan has it. Well done, Keane.
The smallest man on the pitch comes out with the ball.
Keane gets it into Kevin Whelan. Kevin, can he get into his hand? As I said, Kevin is probably very good on the left and the right. Keane, he probably didn't have to, but he's left it behind him as well. Into Carl Sin. This is Carl's chance. Carl, yes. Goal. Everybody knows that's in Carl's Sin. He's just that type of player.
What a
and
super
as soon as
goal.
he got it, I said nobody saw it. They had that one on slow motion.
Harriers had 3 or 4 chances. Couldn't get the ball up.
Yeah, for sure. And that kind of extends Glynn's lead back to 7 points again, when realistically the Harriers could have back to 1 or 2, Larry.
Yeah. Goes to score. If you don't put him over the bar or in the back of the net, Paul.
Yeah. When their chances come, you have to really take them. And Glynn probably have taken their goal chances just better. Although whether you say that was a goal chance or not, I don't know. But it was 12 minutes gone in this, so just probably going to the water break now. And I think that extends it back to a 7-point lead again for Glynn Barntown. And we have a man down here for the Harriers. And that was a real fill-up, wasn't it?
It was a great goal.
Because they were under pressure for the last 5 minutes. Glynn Barntown had a big time.
But that's going to settle them down a bit more now. But a fantastic strike and a fantastic goal, I must say. That is the difference. Young Sid and young Carley from Glenn and Barntown are really pulling the strings. Where Caleb Harnett is trying his living best.
He's trying his best, but he can't really do everything, and especially with a Keane off the field as well. You know what I mean? Now it's kind of the Harriers really stuck at it for the first couple of minutes, but there's only so long you can do it without one of your big players.
Exactly. No, and the other lads are trying hard. I must say they're really trying hard, and they had a few chances to get a few scores besides Caleb, but. I think we need Caleb in around the full forward now for the next 10 minutes. We need a score too, Paul.
Yeah, and listen, they're definitely going to go for broke, and he's going to open there at some stage. I'd be.
The referee said it. I think, Paul, the referee said it's 10 minutes. I thought it was only 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Could well be 10 minutes. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe the rules would change every now and then. But 3-7 to 1-6, and you would expect that Caleb will have to win the full forward line at some stage, won't he? They'll have to go for broke.
They have to go for broke now. There's no question about it, Paul. We had a couple of chances to score a couple of goals, and when you get a few goals, everyone else's head up around you is inclined to lift their head a bit more as well. And Glynn and Barntown, I'd say, are just playing that a little bit more better than the Harriers, and that's the reason why they're just 6 or 7 points ahead. But as you said, it's not over till the very end. But we certainly need another goal or two to try and keep us in the game. But.
And it'd be interesting to see now at the moment. I think there's no sub from either side. And listen, I suppose from a Glynn Barntown point of view, there's nobody out there really deserving to come off. And then it's like I suppose any team that's kind of behind with a few minutes to go. Is there anybody? Listen, it's hard to know. Maybe some fella will emerge from the substitute bench and be a hero. And it's happened before. And I suppose it was probably a hard team to pick for both teams, and there's fellas itching to get on, Larry, and maybe one of them it'll be a dream for him. Yeah,
that's everyone's dream, to come on and score the winning goal or whatever. But you have to say fair play to both sets of players. They're putting in a tremendous effort and really battling well. And you'll always get that little bit of an niggly thing going on as well, because some of them go to school together as well, of course, and
they do,
you know, and they've played each other for the last number of years, and they've given everyone a great bit of entertainment. But I think so far Glynn and Barntown have been more clinical with their scoring powers, and the Harriers have wasted some opportunities. And I think that's the difference, really. You know, if you get a goal or two, you know, in the first 10 or 15 minutes of any game or any half, it's always inclined to lift everyone else around you. But
and in the overall scheme of things, Larry, listen, it's going to be very sad for the team that loses this and great for the team that wins it, but this is not the be all and end all, really.
No, it's not. You're dead right. 100%.
Like how many teams have, listen, there's 20 county champions every year, you know what I mean? Like, as long as the same boys are out again in 3, 4, 5 months.
That's what I want to see. I want to see them lads come back again next year and the year after and the year after, and see them all play either junior A or intermediate or whatever, or senior for the Harriers in them number of years. I love.
Like that's really where I mean, that's what you call just a victory, let's just say, for the club.
Exactly.
If you can get 10 of them lads out playing adult hurling.
Paul, I remember playing under 14 Premier, Juvenile, Premier Minor, winning them all the way up along. Yeah. And it took me 15 or 20 years after that to win senior.
And a lucky man, it says I've won a few of the underage jokes myself, but we were never lucky enough to get one. And listen, that and
so you can dominate all the way underage, but if it doesn't pay off at the top, because most people talk about records at the club, and what you do is to talk about either senior football or senior hurling trophies that you carry with you within your club, and it's great to look at the underage winning. But it's what both teams can learn from a match like this, winning and losing. That's what really counts in the end. Exactly.
And we have a throw now from the referee out to Stephen Barntown again. He's hitting a lot of ball in their full back line. It's gone through here, but it's gone past. It's gone. Oh, a great pick up there by number 5. I think it was Donica Higgins. But back into Stephen Barntown again. He's hitting a lot of ball. This is where little against large, but a good cornerback gets it. He goes up there well. King Donovan probably could have maybe battled a bit harder for it, but number 10, Alfie Whelan, is battling with him. But it's back up again here to where Colin Carley's probably onto the break. Yeah, and Colin with the very close to steps is right. But it's that extra man of Colin can get it into Callum Kendi again, is it? No. Oh, Jarlath Kelly stopped him going wide. Well done, Jarlath. Back to Callum again. I said Callum only has one thing on his mind if he gets this. Oh, but no, he just mishit it and out to the right and wide.
He had two lads inside as well. He could have just
flicked it into a little flick over, But it was good battling by Jarlath Kelly to stop it going wide, I suppose.
Absolutely fantastic. And the keeper, once again, our keeper was taking the gamble on letting the ball go wide.
So, 51. I suppose it's going to be 10, 11 minutes to go in this match, so you'd expect to be over 2 or 3 minutes past, but number 12, he's after getting by. That's a great block again, and what happened there? I think the goalie might have actually...
He saved it, and he flicked it over the bar.
Over the bar he put out for a... I can't actually see that he put it out or why, but it's definitely going to be either... I think it may be supposed to be a 65, I think, to the
It is a 65, actually. I thought one umpire put up his hand for a score, another one put his hand up for 65. But a great effort by the keeper, all the same.
Yeah.
And if that could have ended up in the net, it would have pulled it back
to
4 points.
Pulled it back again, 4 points. And listen...
But it's strange the way the old game goes, though, Paul. One team gets off on top for 10 minutes and they score 2 or 2-3, and another team gets on top for 10 minutes and might only score 2 points.
2 points,
so
it's really getting the change. And number 14, that's a good score there by Jay Redmond, who probably missed 1 or 2 before that. But listen, that was a great score by him. Gets it back to 6 points. And once you can stay within that two score game, anything really is possible.
We've seen it down through our career, Paul, where a team could score 2 goals in a minute or that like that. But
this is
at the present moment, Glynn and Barntown are on top, and the Harriers now are back to full set of players now. So
Ian and Laffin after coming in here, corner forward for Jarlath Kelly. Jarlath got the first goal, so well done, Jarlath. Ian is a very big, strong man for his only 13 years of age, but 14, but very, very strong. It's a good poke out there by Darragh Ryan. It's over to the ring to where Colson has gone up along with, but Oisin McDonough gets on the break. Oisin, it's in a good ball on his left, but well hassled by number 10 there from Faythe Harriers, which is James Kirby, and it looks like it's going to be a sideline to Faythe Harriers. So realistically, Faythe Harriers can't really slow anything down at this stage. Everything has to be fast, and that was a good fast one. Glynn Barntown weren't really awake there. They came back to him quick. He's passing across. I think Keane Redmond is back on the field again, but Colin Carley is still dominating back this end, and
he's learned it.
And it's back into his. Stephen, can he get it away? But he probably tried the right thing, but just not where it should have went. But now it's passed into number 14, Jay Redmond. But Jay is blocked or hooked again there by Conor Reardon. Conor's been helped out, and Conor's very kind of stylish hurler. Conor gets it away there well. We have a Keane Donovan again. Keane is probably he's get away from his marker there, Sean. Hines, buddy, kind of tame enough effort to the far
He
side and
was,
right. And
he should have went towards goal instead. He went out to the side, Paul. But it was a great effort, a great catch by him all the same. You know, I think Glynn and Barntown forwards are very nippy and very tidy on the ball as well. And a great hand.
So Cormac Clear hits a long one down here again. I think Keane Redmond, as I said, is back on the field again. So he'll be big loss. But Stephen has have to come out the field now. Stephen Barrow and here's Cathal Sinha again. Cathal is going to carry a bit now. Cathal is he's kind of looking up. He got a fumble there. I'd say Cathal is going to try to end up with a score here now somehow. Oh, Cathal, no, another kind of a bit of a.
That's 2 or 3 bad ways now, Paul. You know.
If
you do certainly put them over the bar and you drag it away to later 9 points, you know, there's no comeback for the Harriers.
There's another good poke out down the swing again here. We're looking at Callum Maguire. Callum Maguire's battling, but it's going to the front here. But it's gone out to Calum. Calum, I'd say, is going to try to, but it's a great ball in. But Dar Ryan is coming out with it, and very, very unfortunate there by I think it was Jay Redmond. That could have ended up in a net like a shot.
Yeah, fantastic.
It was a really good ball in by Calum.
A fantastic ball, and that's much better, you know, even though Calum could have went at him because the 2 guys had committed, and if he'd have flicked the ball over his head, he could have been gone in himself. But a great ball by Calum, and if he'd have flicked it into the net,
it would have been a fantastic score. Yeah, and I think it's 3-8 to 1-8 or 3-7 to 1-7, whatever. It's the 6 points in it. Then Barntown on the attack again out to Keane Donovan. Keane small, he lost it there on the drop, and Rory Goff is battling in there again, but no, it's Sean Hines is after coming out with it. Sean hit a good ball up the field to where Colin Carley is now up there fighting with a Calum Harnish, and is it gone out for a sideline? No, it's not gone out for a sideline yet, but Calum is going to try to take him on the outside, and I'd say it's going to be a foul there. Yeah. And probably a good foul to give away, Larry.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, you know, if Calum do make the breakthrough, you know, you nearly always guarantee that he'll stick in the back of the net, but Glynn and Barntown were clever enough to foul him out there, so it's a difficult angle enough for.
Yeah, it is a difficult
angle. For young Jade to zip over the bar, but
it is a difficult angle.
You know, we have number 9 loose here on the edge of the circle, so will he pick him out? No, he won't. Yeah, but a well-taken score.
And back to 5 points, and yeah, you still have an idea this is going to go down to the wire, Larry.
Yeah, well, whoever gets the next score now, you know, could tell the difference now. You know, if the Harriers do get another point or two, you know, Barntown might come under pressure, but if Barntown get another point or two, I think it'll be too much for the Harriers to
It's a high ball up to the middle here. We have Keane Redmond this time goes up for the air. That time it catches a great one. And Keane just blocked away there from Cathal Sinha. He needs a bit of Keane and Cathal. They're all plenty of hearts going in there, and probably the ball is going out to the sideline. Cathal kicks it away, but only as far as Keane again. Cathal has no hurling. It's going to be a free in, but he's plenty advantage.
Oh God.
Yeah, but it's just a.
I know it's a free, but he tried to hand pass the ball, impossible.
Yeah.
You know, where. It is a free already, but another chance for Harriers to get another score back on the board.
Back to 4 then, yeah, if this goes over.
I see Willie Carley coming out giving advice, and I was surprised he don't get out and get a ball and hook around himself. The great old Willie himself, great warrior in his day. Another townie, you must say.
Yeah. And Willie tell you his day isn't over yet, Larry.
Oh yeah.
There's a Masters coming up soon. Here's Jay Redmond now with a long.
I was going to buy a Christmas tree off him there.
This end up in the net or anywhere now like a shot.
It's in the net.
And it probably has ended up in the net.
It's gone into the net, would you believe that?
I was thinking it wouldn't up in the net. Yeah, I as soon as he struck it, I said this could end up in the net. And now I think we're back to 2 points. Probably about 4 minutes left. What's injury time? I think it
was a little bit unfair on the goalkeeper as well, Paul, because everyone jumped in on top of him.
Yeah.
And of course the sun being in your eyes as well doesn't help either.
No. So now it'll be
a bit of a lucky break, I must say, a lucky break.
Both teams here, so it's a high ball up to the centre. Where number 2, Sean Hines, come out with it. Yeah, he's down the wing. And to be quite honest,
Sean Hines have done well cornerback as well, Paul.
He has a very well, yeah. Cathal Sinha is there battling with a Calum Harnell. Cathal has it again. Cathal is going to try to get around and hits it up the field when. The problem is now we have Keane Redmond is coming out with it. Keane is going to keep on coming down the field. He's been chased by Ian Laffin. It's blocked by Davon Crawford. A great catch by Davon Crawford. Davon has it back up the field again here. But the Harriers seem to have them extra men around the middle at the moment. Seem to be just that extra man there.
Yeah, I think Glynn and Barntown have actually dropped back a small bit.
They've probably dropped back 2, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
And Cathal Sinha he probably has this one. I'd say Cathal will go for a run now this time, will he?
Well, he's too tired to see he'll hit off, which he does.
Now this is where we need Ian is up there along with this is a bit of a scrum here again. Glynn Barntown have been winning 80 these balls the last couple of minutes. And Ian Laffin actually has it up well, and Ian is battling away there. Ian hits his shot in, and another wide by Glynn Barntown. Yeah,
he should have threw the ball out here. He had a chance to throw the ball out.
Yeah. There's a quick poke out now here. We have Davon Crawford up against 2 men, though, and there's nobody have to come now on Calum. That's the problem now. I'd say Calum will take him on here, and He can't come out, he can't catch it again, is the only thing. Yeah, no, he probably tried to do too much. He could have put it over the bar, Larry. A point is nearly as good as a goal now, isn't it?
He should have, and he could have put it over the bar, but oh, bad mistake.
Oisin McDonagh just left behind him, and now a step back in again, but then he into Caleb Harnett again, and now this time I say Caleb won't make any mistake, yeah.
So the Harriers have come back into it, Paul.
They've come back into it, and I suppose it's whatever time, I think 25 or up, it's whatever, probably 2, I know, of the Waller break, and there's only a point in it.
So it's gone very close. The fullback is down injured, or young Carley is down injured, but they've just lost their shape a small bit, and for some reason the Harriers seem to have an extra man or two on the field. Yeah,
they've pushed up a lot, you know what I mean? They're finding it hard for Glynn Barntown to get to break that half back. That was a great puck out now, there wasn't it? He found the loose man, but the problem is can he get it in there? Oh, into Keane Donovan, and Keane is after getting away from his man. Oh. But this time Keane has it again. Keane is very fast. I'd say he'll get away again.
He needs to flick it. Oh, great hook. Free in.
Oh, very great defending, and then just at the wrong time. Maybe didn't think that he was going to lose the ball, Larry, and he kind of stumbled into him.
And he stood up, you're right, he stood up and he sort of ran into his backside. So this is a final.
Right, this is 3-7 to 2-9. Yes, there's a point in it. Really, I suppose you're down to minutes, you know what I mean, at this stage, Larry.
Yeah, and a free in here now, a great opportunity for Glynn now, you know, is the point in it.
Yeah, 1 point in it.
This is a final now that'll go over.
Jay got a very important one there, only a few minutes on the far side. So listen, there's nothing, as I said, to give me here in these matches. And Larry, Carl has put a wide, yeah. And the problem is now there's not enough of them coming down the field. Carl is back up the field. It was a quick hook up for the Harriers. But a great ball into Rory Goff, but no, they're after missing at this end now, which is number 12. But all the few of the Harriers fellas are missing as well. But I can imagine if
off the ground,
if Caleb has it again, Caleb's coming away here. Where's Caleb going? And Caleb shoots and gets the equaliser, yeah.
Incredible score,
Great score.
I said it 10 minutes ago, Paul, you know, if you don't put a team away when you're 5 or 6 points up, you'll always run into yourself into trouble if the opposition comes back into the game, which the Harriers have come back into the game.
So we have a drawn game here on this side now. I suppose every chance next score is going to win it now, Larry. It really is. It's whatever probably the referee decides, really.
Or it could be extra. Is there extra time in this, Paul?
Oh, I'd say there would be extra time. Yeah, for sure, yeah. Okay, it's into number. He's looking. Oh, Carl's in, and now Carl going to take him on this time, I can imagine. Carl lets it in into Callum Kennedy, and this is where this could fall lovely for Callum. No, it's not gone wide yet, though. The goalie has not gone wide. This could go down to. This is where Oisin McDonagh is here in front, I think. Oisin has it, yes. Oisin gets away. Can he get the winning point?
No, he's after taking too much. No, he's not.
Into Callum Kenny, could go behind them all, no. They left the ball behind him, and Keane Donovan has it again. But can Keane get away?
Great block again.
I'd say at this stage, the referee had said the next break and play, he couldn't nearly blow it up. This time, Davon Crawford has it. Out to Rory Goff. Rory's blocked this time out to Stephen, but Stephen Barrow has it. Can he get it? No, he can't. He fell over the ball, yeah. But this time he fell over as well. There's lots of fumbles here. It's hard to know who's going to throw this ball.
Great battling going on here. Great battling.
Out to Alfie Whelan. Alfie gets it in. Alfie, can he get into Callum Kennedy? He can, but no, into the goalie again. The goalie comes out.
Great clearance.
Out to Carl Sinner here on his own. I'd say no. If Carl Sinner and you have Callum Maguire. But can he get it up? Tom Cooney. Cam Cooney gave it out to Carl Sinner now. Can he get out to Carl Sinner? I thought maybe he was just fouled there, but this is going to be. I think Caleb is looking. I don't think the referee is going to give any free here for anybody, is he really? But Carl, if he can get up.
Free, pushing back, no.
No, he's still not giving a free. I think he's definitely not going to give an easy free here.
No, he won't.
And I can imagine. Caleb is gone.
Free in there now.
Yeah, that's probably, of all the ones, I don't know whether that was a free, but listen.
It wasn't. I thought he front charged the Barntown man, but sometimes when you're pulling over a bit of a ruck and you do get a bit of a clash, the referee sometimes would favour the person with the ball. But
and there's number 14 now, Jay Raymond. I'd say we're probably well gone over time now. He's shooting it. It's high. It's
gone over.
It's gone over the bar. Yeah. That puts the Harriers into 1 point lead. Glynn Barntown running up this end now. You can imagine Dar Ryan has the ball.
The ball went on the keeper. They should have had a spare ball in there now because
the Harriers
referee is looking at his watch as well. Incredible comeback by the Harriers, you must say, Paul. They really got stuck into the game themselves.
Very much so, yeah. And probably that it took that goal to get it, but then once it did, they were kind of on.
We don't know which way the ball is going.
I think it's a Glynn Barntown ball, it's Glynn Barntown ball.
It is a Glynn Barntown ball.
But Glynn Barntown have had a few chances up here just to extend that lead, and they weren't able to do it either. So who's the ball in?
Quick line ball. Oh, he hit it back over the line.
Over Colin Carley. Yes, he loses it. And a point.
Incredible.
And all over.
Incredible. What a comeback. What a comeback by the Harriers.
Yeah. It was. Yes, you wouldn't have thought with 10 minutes to go really that we're going to be able to get there. But listen, they just kept battling. Great.
Yeah, they never threw in the towel.
Harriers.
Yeah, never threw in the towel, Paul. And you know, I must say, I still think that Glynn and Barntown were the better team overall for the full 60 minutes. But fair dues to the Harriers young lads. They really dug deep when it counted. Calum got stuck into it, and we got 1 or 2 goals. Maybe the goal that went in with the help of the sun more than anything else brought the Harriers back into the game. But hats off to both teams. You know, both teams really battled hard, and you know, commiserations to Glynn and Barntown. Congratulations to the Harriers, but. You know, it's great to see hurling back alive again, and I must say Glynn and Barntown have some top quality hurlers coming through. You know, there's no question about it. You know, you feel a little bit sorry for them because they were running away with the game, and then you see the Harriers come back, you say fair play to the Harriers, but I still think overall, I think Glynn and Barntown were a little bit more better through the game overall, but you know.
But no, as you said, the Harriers probably could have easily just kind of filtered out the game. You know what I mean? When they went to the 6 or 7 points down, I mean,
yes,
things had maybe went a little bit more wrong from it. The game could have been over at that stage, but they kept even when they weren't dominated for that spell, they kept fighting.
Yes, and I said earlier on the first half, Paul, the Harriers had 3 or 4 chances of goals and they didn't take them. Glynn and Barntown got 3 or 4 great chances, and they took their scores. But I said at the end of the day, I says, you know, it's what's on the scoreboard that counts at the end. And, you know, you must say the young lads, the Harriers lads battled well. And Glynn and Barntown did battle. But we spoke about the Harriers getting on top for the last 10 minutes in around the half-back midfield area. And I think that's the winning of the game for the Harriers, you know. And each and every one of them battled very, very well. As you say, I think there was only one sub brought on. From both sides, you know, which is a credit to both sets of players or whatever. But you know, it's great enjoyment for the young lads, and you know, these are going to meet Paul over the next couple of years at minor level and under 21 level. But you know, it's a great battle and some outstanding performance, I must say.
And you're probably, it was kind of funny because just at the water break here in the second half, Jay Redmond was very down on himself. You know what I mean? He threw off the helmet. He was upset. He looked like he was going to start crying because he'd missed a few frees that he thought he should have got.
But I was also
and then basically, listen, he stood up to the one that was needed. You know what I mean?
Really one. But I was actually looking at some of the players and the mentors around the place that were sort of scratching their head. You know, because things weren't going well overall. And when he got sent off, then that was more crisis going to face us. But you know, I don't think Glynn and Barntown scored enough in that space 10 minutes when he was off the field.
And probably, and then even the last few minutes had probably a few shots that maybe should have been shots. But in saying that, I think the Harriers probably got 3 or 4 good blocks in as well. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. That's why you have to credit guys, young lads throwing their body on the line or whatever. But I could feel a little change coming into it, Paul, when I was talking to you in the last 15 or 20 minutes, that if the Harriers do get a goal, you know, they still have a great chance of seeing it out. But I still think Glynn and Barntown had 5 or 6 good chances in the second half, which they didn't capitalise on. And the Harriers got their hook and their block and their flicking or whatever. And the ball did go down. And we seem to be more clinical in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, which was opposite probably to the most of the rest of the game. Yeah,
exactly. And, you know, it looked like we were only hitting hope for a long period of the game. But when the scores were needed, and when you do get a bit of a run on a team and you get a couple of crucial scores and you get scores from a crucial freeze, it sort of lifts the whole thing for the team and players around them. But you know, everyone in battle well. I'm actually surprised now, to be quite honest, because they didn't have too much practice coming into this because of what happened through the COVID last year. But as I said, hats off to both sets of players, and it's great. It's great for my own club. Naturally, I'm going to say that, and you know, I know all of Glynn and Barntown. We're very pally with all the lads out there as well, and it's great to see a Wexford district team battling for that position, for that trophy.
Oh, for sure. But anyway, what we do, Larry, is I suppose we finish up on congratulating to the Harriers, great champions. And they probably won't have too long to hold on to their crown, because their championship is going to start, I think, next Tuesday or Wednesday again. So half of these boys could be stuck back into it again fairly soon. And listen, I suppose that's the good thing about maybe this year is you don't have too long to dwell on defeats. You're straight back into it next week, and you may just forget about it.
Yes, and that's it. And you know, they'll probably jump into the cars on the way home and pump the horns and out the sunroof of the cars. But the best thing about it, there'll be no alcohol going into that cup tonight, you know, so it'll probably strawberries and cream for them young lads. But you're right, Paul, it's great to see the hurling continuing on, and we're going to look forward to the championship coming up along. And for the last number of years, I've been just following all underage within my club anyway, and who to compete against. And to see such lovely, stylish hurlers coming through, it's great. And we just talk about Calum Harnett. His grandfather was a fantastic sportsman as well, a great footballer, a great rugby player. But there's an opportunity for him as well now to grace the field with her. There's a great soccer opportunity for him in life, because I think he's been offered trials somewhere else. But the only trials I like to see him is keep trying his best for the Harriers, and we need quality like him within our own club, and especially within our own county. And we have young Shane Carley's young lad centre back as well, young Cottle, I think his name is Cottle, is it?
It's kind of like,
and young Sinnott as well, and the full back done very well, and of course
Keane Redmond, I think, out here as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, there's some lovely play, and young Whelan as well there for Glynn and Barntown was the top class hurler there tonight as well. And
but right now, all we can say is listen, as I said, well done to the Faythe Harriers. 1 point win. I'm not exactly sure what the score was, but it was 1 point win with that free from J. Redmond there right at the very end, which kind of snuck up for them. And listen, Cahill missed one up this end up here, but it's probably only missed 2 out of about 8, so you can't blame anything to do with that free. You know what I mean? Only for him with that goal and probably 6 or 7 points. He done everything he could. You can't get every free over the bar. And it wasn't that free, it was the general play other than that.
It was, but I still say overall, I just thought that Glynn and Barntown were a little bit more clinical for most of the game. But I just think when the pressure come on, and the pressure would have came just from the Harriers trying to push it on, and they were sort of saying, look at lads, let's give it a go, we've nothing to lose.
And sometimes that's the case where you just have to push fellas forward. And listen, maybe you're kind of saying, why do you do that all the time? But it's a mindset, you can't do that all the time.
Exactly.
You just have to do it when there's nothing to lose, basically.
Exactly.
It's your last chance.
You just open them up themselves, and they sort of just express themselves a little bit more. But I still think the Harriers got stuck into it in the last 15-20 minutes, that maybe Glynn Barntown stood off on him, and we could see it in the second half. The Harriers half-back line we're starting to stop the Glynn Barntown half-forward line going through. Within the first half, there was a lot of play breaking through, and Glynn Barntown capitalised on some great scores. But in the second half, especially in the last 15 minutes, the whole team turned in favour of the Harriers. But we're looking forward to seeing, as I say, these young rising stars going forward.
Anyway, it was a good day out, sure, for I hope all the viewers as well. Listen, might have been a bit of a glitch at the start, we're not sure, but listen, it was a really, really exciting finish. And I'm sure, as I said, we'll see plenty of these fellas in the future, and it might not be too long before they're back in county finals again. So all I can say is thanks very much, Larry, for coming and helping me out. And listen, well done to the Faythe Harriers.
All the best. Thanks a million.